Hello out there, this is Terkanil, and welcome back to another episode of RxCraft. Ammaross has a new project, and we're going to go help out. But for helping out, we're going to start at his base. So, let me get over there. Ammaross has his new little project, and he's going to need a lot of autonomous activators, which is going to take a while to build all those, so I'm automating building the autonomous activators. Current raw material count is 180 redstone, 180 glass, 360 cobblestone, 450 iron ingots, 640 tin ingots, and 990 assorted wood planks. So we're going to cheat, steal some of his power, and build a few crafters to just do it all for us. Let me get the crafters together. So for our crafter build, got started, got our chests. I found Am had a pair of auto workbenches, so I can just repurpose those since he had them just sitting in a chest. Got two crafters to get part of the process sped up a little bit. And all that's left now is to plug it all in. So, we're going to run some power off of this right here. I'll have to remember to clean up after myself after this is all done. Why does M's have diamond ore sitting in the ceiling? Yeah, where was I? Now he's just showing off. I know he is. Alright. Yes, I get distracted very easily if you can't tell. But we're going to get the line of this all put together. So we got one piece there, one piece there. We need, let's say, one there and one there. That should hopefully cover us. Now I just need to grab some item conduits, put those back in there. And I need those. I need to move this chest. Yeah, I could have used a tool for that. Put that there. So, all of these. Alright. I'm going to need filters. That should do us. Give me a moment to get all this hooked together. The mad contraption is done. So to make things easy, instead of just trying to pull it directly from the caches, which would take a lot more resources and work and time, and I don't feel like it. So I just counted everything off, dumped it into the chest, and then had it load and everything. So we have one auto bench doing our gears, one doing our pistons. This crafter is handing the servos, and this one is putting it all together. I cannot talk tonight. And then it all dumps into this chest. So we have 4 ready to go as it is. So it'll just be a little bit while we wait for this to finish. Alright, the work is done. So we have 90 autonomous activators. And now to clean my little mess here and take these out to M so he can put them all together. Did I get all my filters? Looks like. Alrighty. That, I think, should be everything. Yep. So let's get all these picked back up. This, oops, comes off right there. Can't tell, things like to bounce on the EnderIO pipes. That actually caused a crash, or set of crashes, a while back. That actually was so severe that it caused a chunk to be unusable. If you enter that chunk, you crash. Period. It was not pretty. At that point in time, I ended up learning how to reset a region. Fortunately, I had a backup from the night before. But we're ready to head out to M. He's already there, so figure out where he wants these. We are now out at the construction location. You can see M has begun marking out where certain parts of this structure shall go. Let's get down here. He's already quarried out a hole and begun prepping it. So I don't know where exactly he's going to be putting everything, so I'm just going to go up here and put everything in a chest? I guess I need to get a chest. One moment. Alright, back to Am's base to build a couple other little toys. Well, it has been a couple days since I was last out here, and as you can see, Am has been busy. If I fly over here, it makes you get a little bit higher. You can see what all he's been doing so far. So as stated, this was going to be a Colosseum for this area in the middle there. So I kind of cut off some of the recordings and end up either losing them, or I just forgot to actually record, which is always a high possibility considering I'm good at doing that. But let me go in here. I'll show you what we got. So this is an arena area here is based upon something he saw another group doing. I forget who off the top of my head. I'd have to ask him again. But go down the bottom here. You'll see all the piping that we've wired up and after doing some tinkering. So here are the lines of autonomous activators that I built for him. And they're all set to do stone. We got tons of pistons, which I also crafted for him. Oops. Then we have water and igneous extruders. These are all to load the autonomous activators so they can build the floor of this arena. So each of these have a store of a little bit of lava, which is not necessary to make basic stone, but water is. So the extruder on each of these three, how it works is cobblestone, kind of like a vanilla cobblestone generator. You plop two into one and you get cobblestone. For stone, you can still do it in vanilla, it just takes a little bit extra work. It's basically you get lava drop in a center and then hit it from two sides with water and you get stone. Obsidian, you consume lava and water. This does the same. So here in the stone, you'll see that this side actually refreshes as it is consuming that one bucket of water in order to make the stone. So at my base, I've actually got a obsidian generator, which is set up for this, so I'm consuming lava and water. So I can turn that off if I need it. Don't really need it right now since my quarry is going and it's picking up plenty of obsidian on its own. But we've got these set up at each corner to make sure that we can flush out everything and everything gets done quickly if necessary. Then we have the reservoirs to provide the water. as that's one of the easiest and technically most compact way, or devices to use. Then Am has been building out the rest of the area, starting with the stairs up here, which would act as a bench, so if you wanted to come in and sit down and watch, you could. Still a long ways to go, as you can see here, but it's definitely coming along. And we've been talking about how to stylize this arena. He was originally going to be using stone, and at one point I suggested using limestone. So we have the limestone here. I'm going to get attacked as soon as I hit the ground. So we have the limestone that he's been using around here with the limestone stairs to stylize the top of these pillars. And a little bit at the base. The pillars themselves, he did in gold. Apparently his resource pack, man, my brain stopped for a second there, gives them a bit of a different look, so he thinks it looks better that way. I don't use that high-res pack, so I don't know how his really looks without, going and staring at a screen. But he has a few ideas of how he intends to light the place. But part of it is he's thinking about using torches. He's going to be using the glass you see right here, which is the enlightened clear glass from EnderIO. And once we get high enough, he's planning to put an awning, such as the Greek Colosseum used to have at one point in history. So it should look pretty nice. The only thing we've still got to work out is how exactly to stylize the outer area here, as it's fairly bland. But one of the things I've been looking into doing myself is using marble. So got a decent amount here, about I think 1,000 blocks or so in there. I think it's time to take this guy. Whoop. So, alright, you're gonna fly. I'm gonna fly around here and while I'm talking. So we're gonna be using. I'm thinking about using the marble on the outside here, to some degree at least. One of the options you have with marble is the marble pillars. And so far, I've seen a few that might work really well out here. It's just a matter of making the designs work alongside everything else we've got out here. And spruce. And then it's just trying to mix it all in with current other designs we've been looking into trying, such as with the limestone out here. So that is the current plan. It's just a matter of figuring out how to best handle it. But I'm going to have to go play with that in my creative world, I think, in order to figure out what will work best. And then come back and start building. And as you can see, this is a rather sizable structure we have here, so it is going to take a while to actually build out the outside. So once we actually get some of it designed and ready, then I can actually show you at that point. So I'll be back once I figure out a good method that we both agree on. Well, while the outer area is a bit of a challenge to design, I've taken to the inner portion of the Colosseum we have here, going with the, well, I guess this would be the outer ring. So I came up with this floor design. This is about the probably 10th or 11th iteration that I went through. This being the final design I'm going to be using. So I've ended up with about like 6 pieces of the original design. So this is how it started out, which then mutated into using these smooth blocks in one fashion, which then got rid of those. These were being used at the corners between the sets, but we didn't like the design because it made it look like a football. So I took them out and ended up using them in this square pattern here, and that just sort of worked. And then I've got the alternating pattern on the corner pieces here, which works really nice. And I've got regular concrete between the blocks. And yes, as I said, this is all concrete, so this is all something added with Chisel. And something else I noticed that's nice about the block, it actually makes you run a little bit faster. So if you notice, as let me get back a little more. Notice my run speed. It picks up as soon as I hit the concrete. Rather interesting, that. That's something to play with. It is nighttime, isn't it? But that is going to be a lot of what I'm going to be doing here for the next little while, because I'm going to be extending this entire pattern all the way around this place. So that's going to take a little while. Now, concrete, fortunately, is fairly easy. It's just gravel. So basically, take gravel and cook it. We have plenty of gravel. So I brought several stacks with me. I've still got 5 stacks on me right now. I've used 2 or 3 so far. So I'll be busy for a while. Beyond that, brought in some sandstone and continued with what Am had been doing here with these pillars, and added these sandstone stairs, or sorry, limestone stairs, I apologize. Limestone stairs all the way around. He had started with right here, and I just took it completely around with the same pattern he had started using. Not sure if I'll extend inside the ring yet, but we'll come back to that. And zombie line. Looks like Halloween is over now. And I recorded this what is now November 1st. So if you missed Halloween, it was rather cute. Zombies had pumpkin heads. Meant to record with that showing, but got distracted by figuring out this design. Meanwhile, Am has been working on the redstone for the arena here. You'll see some of the colored blocks in there. I'm not going to cover that. That's all his part. So if you want to see how all that works, you'll have to go over to his channel and take a look. But I'll leave a link to that video once he's actually posted it. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this out, and we'll come back at that point. Well, this project is definitely taking a while, but I've started adding some of this down here. I'm just going to cut around doing the same pattern the entire way around, doing the smooth part first, which will give me a good pattern to work with as I work my way around. It'll also simplify the process, as I only have one block type to worry about. So I'm just going to time lapse a little bit this, as you can see all the way around as I work through this, and then catch up once I've actually connected back around. looks like I've run out of concrete, so I've got to head back to base to cook me some more, but I got a decent way through here. So as you saw, I managed to kick around to this side of it. I haven't quite decided what will happen going out beyond the outer ring of pillars. I'll have to discuss that with Am, but we're getting there. So I'm going to get me a ton more cement and get more of this done. So still a long ways to go out of here, as you can see, but this first step is completed. So now it's just a matter of taking all of that all the way around and make it look like this. So once it's all done, it will look, I believe, really nice. But as I said, this is going to be a lot of work, and so I'm just going to go ahead and do this between episodes. I have a little bit of trouble speaking at this time of night, I think. And we'll come back next episode with something a little bit more explosive. So, with that, I'm going to get going. So again, if you liked the episode, please hit like. If you want to join us along for the future escapades, hit subscribe. But this is Terkanil, signing off. There's still a Halloween zombie. Hi, Halloween zombie. I think I saw another one. Yep, there's a couple out here. And a ghast. Hi, ghast.